Man, I'm so angry at our legal system right now for this one particular reason, okay? I'm on a delivery. As soon as I leave the delivery, I get a phone call. I'm like, hello? And it wasn't even anonymous. The guy called from his regular phone number. And he starts telling me, he just starts talking to me, and he starts asking me questions about being abused and stuff. And he's like, so, do you ever fancy a little child or something? And I'm like, no. He goes, it never crossed your mind? Or I'm like, no, it's disgusting. He goes, well, what if it's consensual? I'm like, no, there is no thing as consensual sex with a child. It doesn't exist. Okay? A child cannot consent to have sex, period. Okay? Under any circumstances whatsoever can a child fucking consent to have sex. Okay? It can't happen. No, ever. And I'm just so angry. And he just keeps going on and on about how, well, we're, me and you are the same, we were abused as children. So I'm like, no, we are not the same. Okay? Because I have never thought about having sex with a child. Ever. The whole thought is just disturbingly sick and pathetic and horrible. Okay? This is what happens, okay? Because my boss and him have her grandkids up here at work all the time. You know what? I see their grandkids. I see other children. I don't think nothing nasty or dirty. I think, wow, how awesome. How innocent. I mean, these children, they're just there. They're having fun and they're goofing off. They're going about their day. And they don't know the concept of true pain. Okay? They don't understand how horrible this world can really be. And I think that is so awesome that they don't know this yet. Okay? And to think that someone would think it's okay as long as the child consents to have sex is just disturbing. What the hell is wrong with you, man? So I even tell the guy, and this is what angers me more than anything, I even tell the guy, I'm like, look, dude, I got your number. I said, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to give him your number. And he's like, they ain't going to do nothing. I'm like, whatever. I'm calling the police. I'm like, this conversation's done. I'm going to call the cops. And he's like, okay, whatever. So I get on the phone. I call the police. And they're like, well, and he goes, why did he call you? I'm like, well, because I speak out against child abuse on the internet and stuff. She goes, well, did he say he does do it or that he has in fact done it? And I'm like, no, he didn't come out and flat out say that he does it, but he alluded to it. And she goes, well, he has a right to say or think whatever he wants. There's nothing you can do. And I'm thinking, what? I know people have a right to think what they want, but when they think in something that is against every moral fiber of this country, in no parts of this country is child abuse okay. In none. In fact, probably the entire world nowhere is it considered okay. Not that I'm aware of. So, yeah, I think it should be wrong to have those thoughts and to speak out for them. I think it's wrong, I think it's wrong. So, if I'd called and said, hey, man, this guy over here is burning a flag or something, they'd probably send somebody. I don't know. I'm sure I don't know if that's illegal or not. But oh no, he's just talking about having sex with children. No, as long as he ain't doing it right now, he's fine. Whatever. Bullshit. Okay, because here's this. You know what? At least take down his number, put it in the system, take my information. No, they wouldn't even take my information. They wouldn't even take his number. Nothing. So now, what happens if 3 months from now this guy is raping a little child? Or molest a little child, and he says it's consensual, whatever, doesn't make it right. Alright? And he gets caught. You know what? Having this information in the system that he called me and was telling me how it's right, and having my information, I could testify against the guy if he ever done something in the future. Because they would have it in the system. Now, they have nothing. And if it's his first time and no one's ever thought nothing, you know what? They may believe him over the child. But if with this information, couldn't make the difference. And I think it's bullshit that they won't even take the information.